The fire burned for hours over the weekend beneath an overpass in downtown LA. Local and federal officials are now working around the clock to try to assess just how much damage has been done.
Now, the freeway closure affects hundreds of thousands of drivers with the potential to affect millions who might normally be passing through the area. The closed off part of the 10 is in the heart of downtown LA. No traffic is being allowed on the 10 from Alameda Street to the East LA interchange, and drivers trying to get across downtown are being detoured north onto the 110 and the 101.
Over 300,000 people travel through this freeway every single day. We've urged Angelenos to stay on the freeways, not get off onto the side streets because the side streets cannot withstand 300,000 people.
The KCAL's Jeff Nguyen is live in downtown LA right now with how businesses are being affected by the sudden loss of so many drivers through this affected area. Jeff.
Chauncey and Pat, right behind us right now, crews are working nonstop to secure the burn area to make sure that it is safe for engineers to go inside. But for people who work and live in this area, their concern is over the future of their livelihood.
It's probably very dangerous right now.
An up-close look from a cell phone camera at the blackened debris field underneath the I-10 Freeway. On Saturday, a massive pallet fire led to a mile-long closure of the 10 between Santa Fe Avenue and Alameda Street. At the corner of 14th and Alameda, traffic is snarled. From above, SkyCal was able to capture truckloads of debris being hauled away. The nearby parking lot for Tommy Park's business is empty because he says it's tough for customers to get here.
In 1 hour to travel 10 city blocks.
The damage of the freeway means plenty of detours.
It's a lot of traffic. I actually detoured. I was on Alameda, then I got off Alameda, and now I have to head back on Alameda because where I'm going is on Alameda.
The Alameda off-ramp feeds right into Anahid Hakopian's gas station.
The Alameda exit is our main exit for all our customers to come in and get their gas in the morning around 5-6 a.m. before they go to work. And then right when work is ending around 6 p.m., 7, that's our busiest too.
So her business has been severely impacted.
We haven't gotten any cars coming in at all.
A member of the Carpenters Union recorded this video, which shows the damage done by the intense heat. About 100 concrete columns are impacted.
After a certain temperature, the heat inside the steel gets overheated and it damages and it spalls out all the concrete, so therefore it's very unsafe.
Crews are building shoring to secure this area for more inspections. But Tommy Park is worried about the future.
My concern is how long is this going to last? You know, if this, so I expect, our Christmas season business is not going to be that good.
And local leaders are asking people who live or work in the downtown area to use public transportations in the days ahead. LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis says that the Board of Supervisors will meet next week to discuss what can be done to help business owners who have suffered a loss of revenue because of this. For now, we are live in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News.
Jeff, thanks for the very latest from there. Meanwhile, at a news conference not long ago, Governor Gavin Newsom revealed the state has been in a long legal battle with the company leasing the land that caught fire.
And KCAL assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk now. Mike, you've been digging into that company, so what have you found out?
Yeah, Pat and Chauncey, the name of the company is Apex Development Incorporated. Now, they are the ones that are leasing the land from the state of California. The state has filed a lawsuit against them because they allegedly have not paid rent since 2022. The state claiming in legal documents that I've obtained that they owe more than $78,000 in back rent. Now, because of that lawsuit, I was also able to get a copy of that company's lease. And I want to show you a couple of things in here. The premises shall not be used for manufacturing or storage of any flammable materials. Of course, pallets would fall under that. And also in their lease, it says the area shall not permit hazards or unreasonably objectionable smoke, fumes, vapors, or odors to rise above the surface of the traveled way of the transportation facility. Obviously, that is the case now that the 10 freeway is closed. The governor at the press conference conference today, also made allegations that the company is subletting the land illegally. As part of the lease says they are only allowed to store operable vehicles and some outdoor storage on that land. Of course, they allegedly are using it for much more than that. The governor had a lot to say about it.
This guy and this organization, however the members of that particular corporation have been bad actors. We've been in a litigious posture for some time. They stopped paying their rent. They're out of compliance. And as was stated yesterday, and we could stay with more clarity and conviction today, they have been subleasing this site to at least 5, maybe as many as 6 tenants without authorization from Caltrans, without authorization from our federal partners. And I'll remind you that authorization legally is required from both the state and federal partners. There is a review committee that includes the state fire marshal.
Yeah, now obviously the state fire marshal will be the one that's taking over this investigation and the use of that land. Meanwhile, you're looking at live pictures from SkyCal. You see the cleanup work going on underneath the 10 freeway, completely empty above. So come back out here to the desk, kind of insult to injury at this point, but I also looked up fire codes for the fire marshals, the state of California fire marshal rather. You are not allowed to store wood pallets underneath an elevated roadway, which is exactly what happened in this situation.
Oh, wow, Mike. Looks like so many violations.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike. And commuters